Okay. It is midway through June, and it is technically the last weekend that my dad and I are both in town that we are committing to work on the boat. I will be doing some more weekends with Tyler once he's back from Texas, but my folks are going on a bike trip in Europe, Ireland, for a month. So, and then I leave for Alaska shortly in a couple weeks. Lots of little things that need finishing before she can splash back in the water that I want my dad to check over. Like, I'm gonna put the transmission back together and the stuffing box, and then as well as this, which one is it? This through haul. The paint around it cracked, which means that when we changed out the hose on the inside, we turned it, so that needs to be resealed. Just lots of little things like that that I really don't want to mess up. We stayed out at anchor on my parents' boat last night, and I got to use my new dinghy, which is their old dinghy, as they upgraded, and I get the Rejects, which is the nicest dinghy I've ever owned. Carl 4.0, as we're calling him, as Carl 1, 2, and 3 didn't fare so well.
Yeah, and just the first 3/4 of an inch of threads, because that would be good. Do you want some gloves on, or this tube was gonna dry out pretty quick?
Yeah.
How did I get it spread so far? I put it on the rag, and then if you don't get rid of the rag right away, then you.
Okay, just putting the plate back on the back. We had to get longer bolts because we added that teak block. We are finally finishing the steering by putting in the lines that act as the backup stoppers, so that it can't jump over the gear here. So we installed these, and now we're adding lines. Go to, oh, that's too dark. 3 of these. Just getting the size of them. So these are the old ones. Okay, so went to start getting the transmission and prop, stuffing box, coupling back together, and this was the hardwall hose that I had got a few months ago now, and it's too big for this piece, but it fits the one on the inside, so we're gonna have to get a reducer for it, so I just stand still on that for now. Okay, I'm just wrapping up some projects for the day, gonna end a bit earlier. I'm just really tired today. We've got lots of little things done. Last thing before I go is get the first coat of epoxy sealant over the exposed parts of the Dodger. I've got only this much, like this full, left, so I'm going to try to make it last as much as I can. I might have to get some more. We decided not to glass it, so it will just be sealed. My dad faired it with Sikaflex, and it's pretty structurally sound. It's just the glassing would just make it even stronger, but this is how my dad did the cabin top of his boat, and it's lasted for I think 12 years now, perfectly fine, and no water issues or anything. So gonna stick with that, and soon I'll be starting to paint it. Not really sure how thick I'm supposed to do this, but okay, we are doing the first section of the deck today. My mom's helping because she's the master painter, and we are doing the aft deck where we just mounted the monitor and redid the core. So that will be our test section because it's kind of rough anyways and it's small. We got 1 liter of white, 1 liter of black, and 1 gallon of white because they were on sale. So hopefully we don't run out because we are gonna have a hard time making the same gray again.
We're not gonna run out.
Okay. It's not too dark.
No, I think it'll be okay because the white, I've got a lot of mixing to do, and I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna add a little water. It says 10%, and I think given our humidity and air temperatures, I'll do that.
Okay.
I want to use it to clean out this can. That's very expensive leftover.
We have prepped the surface with tape, lots of tape, and we're about to do the first Kiwi grip test spot, covering this ugly back section.
So you're gonna spoon it on, and then I'll lay it with the brush.
Okay.
And then we'll get on rolling it. Where it's gonna be tricky, I brought the little brush up, is to get in the tiny spots.
Yeah, a lot.
And we're not gonna be able to roll it in there, so go quite liberal. Okay, let's see what that does.
Oh my god, you don't want this splattering.
Yes.
It's a good color.
Yeah, I like the color. Some people won't be happy with the, the darker, the gray in terms of worry about heat. Well, we found the biggest thing on fatigue is glare.
Yeah.
So we are happy to have the gray on Solskin decks to cut that glare. So I want to just be careful to...
Like, I think it might be too much there.
It will be, yeah. I can pull it out, though.
Okay. So it's a little tricky to get under all the mounted things we have on here, but you won't really see back here anyways. Okay, we're taking the tape off right away.
Okay. See that edge.
Oh god. Okay, we're going to be painting the Dodger, giving it a pre-coat, which is pretty exciting as it's going to start looking like it belongs on the boat. Otherwise, we've got some more painting projects, and we made a whole list last night of some other things that we can do, so there's still lots to do, but it is the last day here with my parents in town, so they're helping me out today for Father's Day. Things are coming back together. Heading into the engine room, we just put the new hose that attaches to the coupling, and now the shaft's going back in. Crawl into here. Okay.
We might have to jiggle the stuffing box.
There. Yeah, I was holding it up.
Good. Okay, that's about right there. Then we still have to put the coupling on it.
Okay,